Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today's another episode of Odd Games, and this one's been on my mind for a while. I've been wanting to figure out what video type to do with this game, and it's called Lost Luggage on the Atari. It's made by Apollo. They made a bunch of actually interesting games. I don't think I have too many cartridges by them, but you know I'm familiar with some of the other games that they have. They're not as common as you would expect. You don't see them all the time in the stores and stuff. I don't know what I didn't look it up to see how, the rarity on this one, but like for sure, when you go in, you see like all the common Atari games. You don't typically see these ones there. And this one's like just the cover on this one. It's just odd. I mean, it's a dude catching luggage and stuff flying off of a conveyor belt. And that's pretty much what the game is about. So, yeah, I'm going to pop this into my Atari 2600, and let's just see what makes this game odd. Okay, so we got Lost Luggage. Now you can see, obviously, you're at an airport. There's airplanes. This is, I guess, that terminal thing, or whatever that is, that's spinning the luggage around. And we got some nice little graphics going on up there. No real, I don't know, proper title screen. It just kind of starts off as the game. Let's give this a try. So I'm doing this on the single, I guess, difficulty switch. Or where there's a single guy. And his job is to catch all these bags that are flying off those conveyor belts. And, I mean, they're just flying all over the place. And you kind of run up and down and all around and trying to catch all these bags. I don't know what you're doing with the bags. It doesn't have anywhere where you got to put them. So I guess he's just kind of holding on to them. Maybe balancing them on his head or something. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's flinging them into the corner. You just seem to be like running all over the place. Back and forth, back and forth. I mean, yeah, this game is pretty much like the another popular title for the Atari 2600, which is Kaboom. And anybody that likes the old, especially the paddle games, would pretty much loves Kaboom. Now, it's a little bit different than Kaboom. I mean, first of all, you can go up and down. In Kaboom, it's only like this, left and right. And the way the things are kind of moving around like that sporadically, it's giving it that extra, I don't know, intensity. There's so many planes just coming, whoa! See, it just goes all crazy, and then all their clothes, their underwear and everything, it just gets flown all over the place. Kind of odd. It just keeps happening. They just keep flinging off that conveyor belt. Now, it's odd, too, is that, you get used to playing a game like this on Atari with the paddle controllers, but this one uses the joystick, and I mean, there's a reason for that. There goes all that person's stuff again. There's a reason for that, because with the paddle controllers, you wouldn't be able to go up and down. Paddle controllers only let you go left and right. Oh my god, a comb. Poor guy lost his comb. Whoa. And a shirt and a necklace. The socks. What was that thing? That looked like the PKA meter from Ghostbusters. Maybe it was a shirt. I don't know. Oh, lost that one. Of course, if you lose one, you lose them all. They all just fly all over the place. Let's try the different setting here. So that was in A. So now there's going to be two guys running around. There we are, two guys. Guess they're like tethered together because one never seems to be too far away from the other one. This obviously makes it a little bit easier because you got the bigger kind of, almost like in Kaboom, you have a bigger bucket. In Kaboom, it's a bucket on the bottom with water, essentially. I guess it's better to be up closer than it is to be down here. But if you do miss one, you have to kind of run back. Oh, I guess those are pants. What is that? It's like an A. But yeah, it's just so like weird. I mean, this game is, you're pretty much just collecting luggage that's flying off a conveyor belt. That's the game. That's the concept behind this game. You're not doing anything with the luggage, you're just catching it. Maybe you're just catching it as it flies off and just setting it down on the ground or something. I'm taking it that these are my, how many lives I have. Which themselves are also suitcases or whatever full of probably clothing. Conveyor belt looks so weird though. It looks like it's in the background. I guess because they made it so small, and then it's flying towards. They're trying to show you that field of depth, I guess. Sometimes that gets missed in these kind of Atari blocky style graphics. It almost also reminds me of Taz. But with Taz, they're coming this way. Whoa! Oh, the underwear. You can see how this game probably just gets as intense as playing Kaboom. More airplanes start coming. Woo! Pick them up and drop them down. There comes another plane. A lot of airplanes coming in on this airport too. A lot. Oh, I just missed one at the end. Yo. It's like every few seconds there's another airplane landing. This must be some really busy airport somewhere. Looks like we're in a desert though. I don't know what's in the distance there, but oh. What is that? Whoa. Shoes. I saw shoes. Ah, it's a challenging game, I tell you that much. Even with two dudes. Although I don't know if something can actually go in the middle of them. Guess it's game over. No game over. Oh well. Yeah, so there you have it. I mean, this is a weird game. And it does remind you of a game called Kaboom, which is actually a pretty cool game. I've talked about this one before. I've done at least one or two videos on it. This one, I remember when I was a kid. I remember always wanting to play this game, and I didn't have an Atari. So, but when I finally did borrow an Atari from a friend, I don't think she had the paddle controllers or something like that. I don't know. There was something like I could never play this game. But yeah, speaking of the paddle controllers, that's these guys here. Like I mentioned when I was playing, you get used to playing things like Kaboom or any of those style of games where things are falling, you got to catch it with something like this, because it's easy to make it go right and left, and it's nice and comfortable. It moves a little bit more fluid than if you were to use a joystick. So it was a little bit odd playing with a standard joystick on something like this. I even mentioned that in the flashback, the Atari flashback video I did. I played Kaboom in there, and you use you use a regular joystick on that. That's where you start to feel the difference. Even if you play it on, like if you have a gamepad or something like that, or if you're playing it with a regular, Sega controller, things like that, you start to realize the differences in just the way the controller works. So you almost think you should be using that style of controller, the paddle controllers. So it's really different playing a game like that using the joystick. But like I said, you have to be able to go up and down, which you cannot do with something like this. I mean, there's no way to go up and down. It's just left and right at that point. That being said, I mean, that's what made this game kind of hard, was the fact that you knew you had to be able to go up and down and all around. You can't just go back and forth. And it added to the challenge of this game. It also made it a little bit more exciting. I found with Kaboom, it's fun, but you're not doing much. You're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Whereas in this one, you get to move around a little bit more. But it might not be a good thing, because If you're moving too much, chances are you're going to miss something. As far as the actual game itself, it's an odd game. I mean, who thought of throwing luggage off of a conveyor belt? I mean, maybe the guy who came up with this had an incident at an airport or something. Maybe he was picking up his luggage and one of them flew at him, or I don't know. Like, or it's just a thought. Like, what would happen if this luggage thing all of a sudden went into hyperspeed and all the luggage just started flying off and hitting people in the head, and and it's not exactly happening inside the airport. Like they kind of show it there, so I guess maybe it is. Maybe it looks like it's happening outside in the parking lot, which is kind of odd. Like, why is there that thing in the parking lot? There was nothing else around. It was just an empty parking lot with a conveyor belt of stuff. I guess the plane lands and throws all the luggage out, and then it just spins around on this carousel of death, and then the poor guy on duty has to actually pick this thing up as it's flying off the conveyor belt, or some poor lady loses her underwear. So yeah, kind of an odd topic, and that's kind of why I chose odd games for this one. It's a really odd game. There's no other way to say it. But anyways, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I love picking this game up every once in a while and playing it, just like I like playing Kaboom. I don't have to worry about the paddle controllers. Like, if I just have my joystick plugged in, I can just play Lost Luggage. Otherwise, I have to unplug and replug, and, oh, that's not a big deal, but I know. But usually I don't have my paddle controllers with me while I'm playing Atari. I usually keep them away. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think of Lost Luggage or paddle games in general. And, this style of game. It's a lot of fun. And if you have any odd games that you'd like me to talk about, or any suggestions, throw them in the chat. There's tons of games out there that probably fit into this category. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.